Hi, and welcome to your Humber News Update. I'm Hunter Crowther, coming to you from our newsroom here at Humber College North Campus. Here's what we're working on this hour. A breakthrough in the trade agreement between Canada and the EU has put it back on track. The Comprehensive Economic Trade Agreement would remove 98% of tariffs and goods and services between countries. Press-swarmed Belgian officials had an announcement in Brussels to confirm that a consensus has been reached on the trade agreement. The Belgian Prime Minister and Foreign Minister held a joint news conference today. Justin Trudeau was scheduled to appear in Brussels to sign the agreement, but he canceled the trip after a region of Belgium vetoed the deal earlier this week. Canada's International Trade Minister's office says Canada is ready to sign the agreement when Europe is ready. In Iraq, civilians are fleeing the town of Bashika ahead of an expected assault against the militant group ISIS by Kurdish forces. Residents of the town near Mosul were led to refuge behind Kurdish lines by soldiers. Men and women holding white flags led herds of sheep to safety. Bashika is a key point on the approach to Mosul, with no other towns between them and the area. Some families from the 30 villages evacuated around Mosul had been separated, but were recently reunited at a camp. A new report shows Canadian women earn 65 cents for every dollar earned by men. The annual report by the World Economic Forum shows Canada has slipped to 35th in the world for pay equity. Last year was 30th overall on a list of 114 countries. Iceland is at the top of the list, but the wage discrepancy is still 14 cents. The U.S. stands at 45, while Yemen is at the bottom of the list. It was a big night for Toronto sports teams as TFC earned its first playoff win in franchise history, and the Raps opened up their season strong at home against the Pistons.
So great to have you. Game 1 of 82.
The Raptors came out strong against the rival Detroit Pistons as DeMar DeRozan netted the first 40-point game of the season. The game ended in an 18-point victory for the Raps. Meanwhile, TFC hosted its first playoff game on home field. Star strikers Sebastian Ginovenko and Jonathan Osorio both netted goals to give TFC the win. Turning to weather, it's going to be cold, windy, and wet for your Thursday. We'll have your full weather and sports reports coming up in our news at 2 o'clock. But for now, we leave you with this. An orangutan in Perth, Australia has been named the oldest Sumatran orangutan in captivity by the Guinness Book of World Records. Juan celebrates her 60th birthday today. She was a gift to the Perth Zoo in 1968. The zoo is one of the top breeders of orangutans, and Puan was the start of its program. She becomes the matriarch of the colony, having 11 children and many grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Female orangutans in the wild usually do not live past 50. That's your 12 o'clock news update. We'll be back with more Humber News at 2.